Hey everybody, how's it going? Spoilers here. How you guys doing? As some of you guys that have a keen eye, you'll notice I'm wearing the exact same thing as last week. And that's because I'm recording these on the same day, because I need to make a video about this before I forget. So basically, for those of you guys that follow me on the channel or on the Discord, hint hint, go join. We talk sometimes. It's definitely not dead. Also follow me on Instagram and all that jazz. I actually post on Instagram a lot, so if you guys want to keep up to date with all the projects and all that jazz, check it out below. What else is down there? Twitter? I never even use my Twitter. I just do it to reply to JC Squared's Twitter. In the back, we have a video by Magnum Red. Cool video. Most cars fails and win. It's pretty cool. I'm literally just saying that to avoid copyright. But for those of you guys that have been following the build for a while, you'll know that I have been trying to build a differential for literally years. Now, for those of you guys that don't know what a differential is basically just the rear axle. Drive shaft goes into it, spins it, and it changes the direction of the gear to spin the wheels, basically. Now, most of the time, that wouldn't be very long, but it's because I had a very specific differential in mind. A GM 8.5 that was part of the Buick, Olds, and Pontiac version, so it had the bolt-in axles and would bolt directly into my Skylark. The issue is, everyone loves those 8.5s, so they're darn near impossible to find. And, you know, after buying some parts for it and all that stuff, and eventually finding that fabricating one would be just a weaker rear end in general and just wasn't worth it, I just decided to bite the bullet and buy myself a quick performance differential. I am not going to lie to you guys and say I am a professional when it comes to building cars. I am very much a baby when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, when I got all the pieces of differential, finally, quick performance is very far behind, and, you know, I'd understand that, but tell me when stuff is gonna come. Like I said, I'm not an expert, so I decided to take it to a shop. However, I also asked the shop if I could A, help, and B, record. Special shout out to Valley Differential and the owner, Miles. Thanks for being such a sport and so great on camera. This video is basically just me helping Miles put this thing together. Are you doing that in case there's any like machining imperfections on it, or?
Definitely machine it oil because it'll get on the brake pads.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to clean the other one, or? Okay. Basically, I took it there that morning, and I asked Miles, like, hey, you know, you mind if I record? You mind if I help you out a little bit so, you know, I can actually learn how to do this? And he was like, yeah, sure. He said, just let me handle this real quick, then I'll give you a call. Now, around after lunch, that's when he told me it was ready to go. I came over, and he'd already put the studs in. Not exactly rocket science, so I didn't feel the need to get it on camera, so works out. So let me start off with, these differential parts are heavy, like, the end result must have been like 260 pounds. It's a Ford 9-inch, by the way, with disc brakes, so I thought you guys would like to know that, some of you car guys. Now, I called Quick Performance this morning to see if I could figure it out how to do it myself, and they told me that any idiot with a wrench could figure it out. Dude at Quick Performance said pretty much any idiot with a wrench can put these together. But that's blatantly not the case, because when I took it there, because, you know, I had a feel in my gut, hey, maybe I should get some professional help on this, Miles was kind enough to tell me that that's utter horse garbage.
Yeah, I mean, it's not horrible, but there's little things that can make your day really bad.
And basically, if you put the passenger axle in before the driver's side axle,
The passenger side went in and it gets moved, it'll
lock up.
Line them, and then it's like a nightmare to get them lined back up.
And it's just a whole mess and makes things a lot more difficult. And you basically got to take the whole thing apart. So very glad I took it into him. I am sweating. It is hot. I don't have my fan on because of how that interferes with the audio. Oh my gosh. So first things first, we put in the, what's it called? The third member, which is basically the gears, posi traction, all that jazz. We put all that together. Boy, went pretty much in with no issue. He also taught me that a lot of these paper gaskets that they use really aren't that good for the long time. So he uses PVC, or PCV. I forget the acronym. I'm really bad with that kind of stuff. Basically, it helps it stick a lot better, and he's the expert, so who am I to judge? Need me to hold that while you get the bolt started in?
I'm just making sure which bracket goes to which side or up there.
So I didn't take the whole axle out when I first got it. Did you apply the grease right here? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for the seal right there.
So I see right there it says, after 6 months, any differentials or parts will be absorbed in inventory or thrown away. How many times have you run into that situation?
More than I'd like, enough to where I had to make that sound.
So you usually try to resell it or scrap it?
Yeah, it just depends on what it is.
Probably like one of these quick performance ones that are like brand new, you'd probably try to sell, or?
Yeah, I haven't had anybody do something nice like that though.
Okay. Not long after we started putting in the axles. Not too difficult. Basically, I just held the thing steady as he forced him in there. That's what she said. Afterwards, here was the more difficult part. This was putting in the brake.
Yeah, these kits are nice, the disc brake kits, because the stuff's readily available.
Yeah.
It's all just like the geometric calipers.
Yeah. So it said that this should be able to fit under my stock wheels. You think that'll be the case, or?
You got 15s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The brakes that I had did not come painted. So do you paint brakes here too, or?
No, that paint rarely sticks great. Always ends up flaking off or peeling. And
that's why I decided to just elect to do it myself. That way, if it goes wrong, there's no one to blame but myself. Those things are really annoying to tape though, because they come greasy from the place that I had to wash them down with a little bit of acetone.
Yeah, because they'll have the machinist oil on them.
Yeah.
Keep them from rusting, because they come from overseas and they come across on a boat. And yeah. Really, you should hit them with like a propane torch real quick just to heat it a little bit, burn off any excess.
I painted them red. Now, before you say anything, my disc brakes in the back are already red, so just keeping up with the color scheme. My car's gray and red. It's not like just a random color. I know some people get freaked out about that, and to you I say, shut up. Red's cool. So, have you ever worked on those steel cable brake systems before? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, really? So, like, what year is that? Like 1930, 1920?
All the real early stuff, so 20s, 30s.
Just out of curiosity, what's the oldest car you worked on?
I mean, worked on plenty of like 29 Ford stuff.
Any like Model Ts and stuff, or?
It's funky.
It's kind of incredible how complex they made things back then. It's crazy that some of them got off the ground at all.
Like that's the design you guys went with? Like, all right, I guess.
Well, that happens when technology's in its infancy.
Yeah.
So putting on the rotors was, I'm glad I was there to help him, because yeah, he totally could have done it himself, but it's one of those things where you have to like kind of hold a bunch of stuff at an awkward angle and screw it in. So having somebody hold it steady so you can just screw it and make the job go by a whole lot faster. So I know you do powder coating here, but I was wondering, is mine going to be pretty safe from rust, or?
So you will want to shoot it with something. Best thing is just like I use the semi-gloss engine enamel.
And then came the very fun part of putting the brakes together and putting them on. Oh, those are some of those, what are they called, locking nuts?
Yeah.
How does those work? Those got like a piece of plastic on the inside that just kind of grips?
They're called nylons, yeah. The application where it runs kind of hot, the nylon will actually melt around it a little bit and kind of really grab into it.
Oh, okay. So in this case, an overheat is actually good. These things, they would like heat up because they're right next to the brakes, right? Yeah. Unless you're doing a racing application, then.
Yeah.
This wasn't too difficult. Actually, no, pretty much the whole thing wasn't difficult. It was really just the axle thing that I totally would have messed up. And then by the end of it, the brakes were pretty much done. And therefore, the differential was done. Was it the most complicated project in the world? Absolutely not. Am I glad I took it to Valley Differential to get Miles' help? Absolutely. I totally would have messed up a lot of different small things in there. And I think that's how a lot of these Hot Rodders videos are going to go now, because I'm at the point where I'm kind of done just doing all the work by myself, because there's only so much I can learn without a professional's help. So hopefully when they put in the differential at my transmission place, which keep you guys updated on that, hopefully I'll be able to record that too. If not, I'll have them step me through exactly what they did. Yeah, that about wraps things up. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching. Peace.